Hey loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence, aka Juicy Jane, and in this month we've been talking about high value, how to become a high value woman and what the traits of a high value woman are. If you haven't yet seen the first part series of this relationship topic, then here's a link above. Click it and get abreast with all that we had to talk about. But in today's video we're talking about how to become a high value woman in your relationship. It's one thing for you to be a high value woman out there, but another thing to be a high value woman in your relationship. So this is what we're talking about today. If you think that this also resonates with you just like the first, then you better keep on watching. Be right back. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Welcome back. And before we kickstart, you know the drill. Hit the like button, tell a friend to tell a friend if you love my content and you're feeling it, all right? And don't you forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a video here. You don't want to miss any of my series here. Shall we get straight into it? I told you earlier on before we went on a break that I would be talking about how to become a high value woman in your relationship, principles to raise your value in your relationships, all right? So this is how it is. All women are created equal, but from a romantic perspective, not all women are equal in the eyes of men, sadly. And there is absolutely nothing that you could do about it in terms of men's preference to women. To some men, some women are like, nah. And to some others, some women are like, damn, I need to take this woman to my mother. And listen to me, women, whatever category that you find yourself or whatever category that you think a man has put you in has nothing to do with your physical looks. They're basically other intangible qualities that make for a high value woman. So if you can invariably position yourself as a high value woman, there are more chances and tendency for a man to take you more seriously and maybe take you to his mother, you know, at the end of the day. If not, then they are simply blind and maybe don't know what a high value woman is, or probably they themselves are low value and you don't absolutely want to have anything to do with them, okay? So principle number one, don't you always acknowledge his value. See, the problem about dating a fantastic guy is that you tend to see yourself less fantastic. All right, there are two ways that you could approach this. First, you could either constantly gush about how fantastic and awesome he really is, of which he would definitely appreciate it and like it, but when you constantly do it, he gets so tired of it and might invariably see you as less valuable in comparison. Or two, you could refuse to be impressed by the fact that you're dating a high value guy. I mean, like, you're flipping gorgeous yourself. You could actually attract a stellar guy. All right, so him dating you is a privilege. Do you understand? Never ever put yourself down, even if you're dating a fantastic high value guy. You're flipping gorgeous, baby. You're flipping beautiful. And you could attract whosoever you want to. It's all in the confidence, baby. Confidence is beauty. Here is the bottom line. The less you acknowledge someone else's value, the higher your value becomes. That's reverse psychology. So if you're seeing or you're dating a very attractive guy, date him like you would if you were seeing some ordinary guy or some plain guy who has never had a date before. And he's just fortunate to get you as his first flipping gorgeous babe. Do you get what I mean? Never ever treat him like he's a Greek god. He would wonder who else you've ever dated for you not to be impressed with the caliber of person he is. I love this. Principle number two, don't try to flaunt your value. The moment you try to show him your achievements and maybe the number of guys that you've dated or how many guys chase you here and there, that's the same moment that you lose your value, because he will start to think that you're trying to impress him. You're trying to rate your value in his eyes, and that's not the way to go if you want to be a high value woman. You don't impress. As a matter of fact, he should be the one seeking to find out who you really are, what heights you've actually attained. Because listen, a high value woman doesn't necessarily need to shout her accolades. He would definitely find out anyways. As long as he is interested in you, he's definitely going to find out who you really are and how successful you've been without you saying a word. I know you've done amazing things. I know you have super cool circle, but you don't need to make a point out of it. He's definitely going to find out, and let him find out on his own. And this apparently brings us to number 3. Be a mystery to this guy. Trying to tell him your whole story is just going to backfire. I know how women are, especially when they found someone that they are interested in. They tend to say everything, tell the guy their whole story. I have done that, and trust me, it never goes well. Like, I've observed that it comes negatively, especially if you're dealing with a guy who, you know, is not mature enough to handle everything all at once. So you have to be stealth. You have to be a mystery to this guy. Don't tell him all of your story. Become an onion with different layers. Let him be able to peel one layer at a time. When he tries to make inquiries about your life, he needs to peel back one layer after the other gradually to get to know you more. Don't give him everything. All right? Just allow every other information about you be shrouded in mystery. That's how you get them excited. That's how you become a mystery. That's how you get them excited to get to know you more. Same goes for your social life. Let them keep wondering what you're on about, what you're doing. Do you understand what I mean? Do you get my drift? Right. Principle number 4, remember that you don't need a man to complete you. You just need a relationship to supplement your kick-ass life. A man should be a nice addition to your life. So if you're already living your best baby girl life with your friends and families, you don't necessarily get desperate to get into a relationship just with anyone. And when you meet a great guy, he would definitely get that about you, because you don't seem like the regular girls who are desperate and eager to always talk to them, even when you're gushing in love over this guy. You have some level of control over your emotions, and you're not eager. You're not waiting by the phone to always pick up his calls. You're not waiting to see his texts. You're not getting agitated because he's not responding to you on time. Principle number 5, if he doesn't see your value, then he is blind. I'll tell you what, not every guy would be able to see your value, and that invariably is a shame. If a guy doesn't see your value in that relationship, you shouldn't even be in that relationship in the first place. But then again, your value doesn't decrease because of his inability to see your worth. You alone determine your high value and no one else. So if he's not treating you like a high value, confident woman that you are, then you have no reason being in that relationship, because he will constantly treat you as a nobody in that relationship, and that's not what you want for a lifetime. So cut off that relationship, move out, go out there. There are lots of guys out there that would be blown away by your magnificence. So don't settle for less, baby. Now we're down to the last, and principle number 6, a high value woman has a walking power. She has the power to walk away from any unhealthy relationship, and men know this. So one tip for how to become a high value woman is owning that power. If this guy keeps disappointing you, walk. If he makes you feel so bad about the relationship, walk. If he doesn't meet your expectations about what you want in a partner, take a walk. Now allow me to hit the nail on the head. You've got to have high exceeding standards for how you want to be treated. You know what's funny? It's also attractive for a man to see a woman not take shit from any man. It makes him want to even try harder to get your approval. So you see, these principles are simple. There isn't so much to being a high value woman. It's just all in the attitude, and attitudes are formed based on the opinions you have of yourself. It's a no-brainer. Do you get? What opinions do you have of yourself? Because that actually forms who you are, a low value woman or high value woman. So you see, the foundation is already there. All you need to do is know your worth and have a high standard, period. All right? So before we go, hit the like button, subscribe if you like my content and you're feeling it. Share with your friends and families, share with your girlfriends and your wifeys out there. Until next time, keep having that high standard and keep grooming yourself to becoming a high value woman. All right?